Welcome to another exciting edition of the Springboard Hangout. The Springboard Hangout, as you know, is a fun educative program where we have fun and talk about issues that concern us in life. My name is Comfort Okran. Today on the Hangouts, we roll it with a high in the fashion industry across GH especially. So I was wondering, where best do I find a school of creative people? And I happened to come across Riohs College of Design. They are simply mind-blowing. Therefore, let's hang out with the students, and then we look at the we find time to chat with the leader of the school and see why he does his magic. So we're going for a quick break. When we return, we'll come back and talk to people who have made this place their home for the next couple of years. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I was enrolled, and to tell you, I've loved everything about this school. And even though I haven't spent much time here, but then I can see myself in the world when I step in the world that I'm different. Now I'm different.
Whoa.
I do things differently.
The person who did your glasses and what I am also wearing is also a fashion designer, because this is a fashion related item. To surprise you, I'm actually a product of Springboard. Today, it looks like Ghana celebrates me as one of the top instructors when it comes to fashion education in Ghana. And so that is what the Riohs ideology was built on.
Okay.
Come and learn how to sew and other components of fashion design without going through the other aspect that you didn't need at that time.
Okay.
You don't want people only thinking that illustration means drawing, but illustration also means concept development,
Okay.
idea development. Have a show called Joie de Vivre, and when you are 4th to 5th month, you should be on the runway with your first 6 collection for people to appreciate it. That show is called Joie de Vivre because Joie de Vivre means the joy of life. Discover yourself, get to know what really works for you. And when you discover that this is what you're good in, learn more about it and then amass a lot of worth out of it.
Welcome back to the Springboard Hangouts. As you know, the Hangouts, today we are into fashion. And we are the Riohs College of Design. And we've been having a wonderful conversation with Richard, and he's telling us so much. I'm whispering to you. I didn't know there was such a deliberate fashion value chain. Thank God for the Hangouts. Today, I'm no longer ignorant. Now I know. So when I'm talking, I will talk with, a lot of panache, because I understand it now.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to be whispering. Now, you indicated at the beginning of the first episode last time that you had a Springboard story, but I did not investigate. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So, over the years, when I had discovered myself and I had started teaching people individually, I wasn't taking it so personal and very serious or even formal. And so what made me really, really take it so official and then started doing what I'm supposed to do was when I came to Springboard Roadshow, and that was at the trade fair. But I've forgotten the particular one.
Yeah.
But this one had the legends. I call it the legends. It had Mesa Otabil.
Okay.
It had Alberto Cran. It had what's his name? Uncle Ebo White.
Okay.
Yes. And I think this man also came. Our current finance minister.
Oh, Honorable Ken Oforiatta.
Yes, Ken Oforiatta was there.
That was a very packed session.
Very, very powerful.
Wow.
And so each of them gave me a reason to actually move on in life. So that was the year I actually went to my then boss and told her that I had resigned or I'm ready to move on in life to, continue with my business full time. So Springboard actually made me resign from work.
Yes. We gave you the idea about how to expand
Exactly.
your horizons.
Exactly. So it actually made me understand that if I was doing business, then I needed to take it serious. Because,
Yes.
for example, Albert spoke about a company, a pizza company that had promised a particular size of pizza, but they did it about 1 inch or half inch less.
The beggar.
The beggar, 1 inch less than, or, sorry, half inch less than what they had advertised for. And the customer took them on.
Yeah.
And then I think Uncle Ebo White also spoke about United Breaks guitar, a story of a musician whose guitar was damaged, and then the United Airline wasn't ready to replace it and all of that. He got another guitar and then played a song called United Breaks Guitar. And that song affected the shares of United Airlines, and so many things started happening to them. And then other stories, like even the one that really, broke the ice was Otabil's own, when he spoke about the Coca-Cola story, about how Asa Candler bought Coca-Cola and the transformation and so many things. And it gave me a lot of reason to say, look, you must do this. If you must do this, then you must do it professionally and put in everything. And so I moved straight, and I felt like, look, it was time to stop doing it one at a time. So because what I was doing at that time was, okay, do you want me to teach you? When I'm free, I'll come in and then we do something and we move on. But from that place, I went straight forward and spoke to my boss that I think my business has gotten to a point where I needed to give it a lot of attention and so many
put the
things.
needed structures in place, and bring in more.
Amazing. So from then, I started formalizing every single thing about it, even employed people, and did so much well. And so I'm always a proud alumni of the Springboard, and wherever these people are, I always would give them a standing ovation for that particular Springboard. And I mean, yes, you are part of the organizers, and I was so amused by the effect it had on me. And so I say it everywhere that Springboard is not just a listening. When you listen to it and you practice it, it's really real. And I'm a good testimony of that. And so I'm your student. Yes.
Now, that is very, very heartwarming.
Yeah.
You know, that's not only do we have such an illustrious alumni here, but then you are also continuing that kind of education where you're not taking you're not taking the fashion industry at just the face value, but you are looking at how you can impart into young people's life and help them understand who they are. We have them, give them the right framework and support them as they put in the necessary tools to achieve the kind of ideas and goals that they had.
Amazing.
I was privileged when I was coming in to have a few, to converse with some of them. And one person was saying that she came here. She was very certain that she didn't want to go into any other industry.
Wow.
And when she came here, she realized that not only is she being given the right mindset shift, but then she also realizes that if she had gone anywhere, she would have been really, at a losing end. The 3 young people that we interviewed in the first session as well had also talked about the fact that, their concept before they came in and the concept that they now have about the design industry or the fashion industry is completely shifted.
Wow.
And so I want to tell you that you are doing an amazing job.
Thank you. I'm happy that our value proposition is being transferred into the student, and they are even experiencing it. So our value proposition is unearthing potentials, making seasoned professionals.
Unearthing potential, making seasoned professionals. Yes. They are professionals, even though they have been here for quite not too long. But the kind of framework, this kind of mindset that they have is to make a lot of difference on the stage. Tell me something. You were speaking in the last season about some of the way you prepare them, and you talked about the fact that sometimes we do have people who come and showcase their projects.
Mhm.
How does that go about? How does that come about?
So, because the course is purely a practical course,
Mm-hmm.
we try as much as possible to make everything practical.
Okay.
So, one of the things that we do is that when we teach you, we let you practice it in class,
Okay.
and then assignment is given to you. And then we value or we validate the assignment. Now, the next thing you're going to do is to reproduce it in a wearable state and then model it from home to the school. And so once that is brought, that is where the real, assessment comes in on whether you had understood what you did earlier or not. And then even after the main program also, the 3 months project work
Mm-hmm.
is the bigger deal. And so you have the 3 months to come up with a particular project. You bring it in, we bring in seasoned assessors or alumni who are already doing well in the market.
Fashion space.
So, for example, Pascaline Edwards, the TV personality
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
actress. She's
Yeah.
a seasoned actress. She's an alumni of our institution.
Oh,
And she's
wow.
doing well.
Oh,
She's
wow.
currently training people also.
Okay.
And yes,
Okay.
doing very amazing. And so for someone like her, she could come in and then be an assessor to a project that a student is doing. Elikem the Taylor. I
Yeah.
don't know if you've heard that name.
Yeah, I have.
Very good. He's also an alumnus of this institution.
Okay.
So we bring in seasoned people to come and then assess the works of the new students so that they can validate. I feel that sometimes when the teachers have said these things continuously, the students may feel or when different people who are practicing the art also
Come
get
in.
into it,
Yeah.
now they can really relate because they want to be like them.
Yeah.
And they are talking to them
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's what we usually will do with our project. So what you're seeing is a student's, project being assessed by,
Yeah.
outside assessors or invited assessors.
Fantastic.
Yep.
So then, I'm glad that you've told us that you give us the opportunity to take some of, have a quick look at some of those things. So I hope you enjoyed having that look of about that person whose project we just viewed. It's someone who is now in school. You are there, and sometimes you're wondering if there's an opportunity for you. I can tell you that Riohs is open. I know they will take it in batches though, but so yes, go to their website, see when the next cohort will be coming in, and go and enroll yourself and come and find yourself here. I think I saw some matured people here as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just young people who are finding themselves, but people who are matured as well.
Yeah.
What is their story usually like?
So let me break the demography a bit down. So
Sure.
what I usually have here is category of, let's say, university graduates who have just finished the uni. And usually their story is, I always wanted to do fashion, but my parents wouldn't allow me. They want me to do the medicine or the law, and I've done it for them. So I am coming in to follow my passion. So that is their story.
Yeah.
Then we have, let's say, those who are already in the working class and they're already doing something else, but they feel like, even though I'm making money from this field, that is not what I really wanted to do. Or I did that because I wanted to get money, but I'm now going to follow my passion. And so you find those people during the evening class and then also the weekend class. I have quite a number of them, different professions. And then there are those who also come in purely very young, right from senior high school. They did clothing and construction and they want a fashion institution. They want to build their fashion careers. So they are here. And then finally, we have the mothers who may not necessarily be working. So these are mothers who have time for themselves. They will usually do the family stuff in the mornings and things, and then they will join here because they now want to. Some of them are like, okay, I am done with family. All my kids are matured now. Now they are going to school, and so mommy is now coming to get time to do.
Herself.
And then we also have the expats. They are not supposed to really be engaging work that much, and so they would want to find something to do with their hands, skills, sort of. And so that's the next category of people. So everybody has their story, and it's so funny. Sometimes we meet and then everybody shares their story. But those that are very, funny is the young ones who say, I have done their certificate for them. When I finished school, I went to give the certificate to my parents.
And said,
Now
this
I
is
am
it.
here. I'm coming to do what I want.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
tells you, the disconnect between, our parents, the then parents, and then the young ones. They feel most of the things that they had been asked to do, especially in relation to courses they were supposed to do. Parents usually push them to do certain courses. But then again, I'm sure that it has changed because these days I have seen parents pushing the young ones to do whatever they feel they want to do, because now we see that the skill sector or the creative sector is even commanding much more than other sectors. So it's better.
I'm glad to hear that. It's still a mixture of both, I
Oh,
must say. So therefore, I want you, following from this very enlightening response, to help us. If there's someone, a parent, or maybe, so in this case, it's a two-sided issue.
yeah.
If there's a young person who feels he or she is not getting the necessary support
Yeah.
to pursue his or her love in fashion,
Yeah.
how would you guide that person? Conversely, if there's a parent who may not see the potential there, what would you say to such a person to make the person understand the opportunities that exist in the technical and vocational skill application space,
So
especially in the fashion industry?
yeah, I think that I'll first of all say that I really do understood parents from where they were coming from at that time, because they weren't sure that the creative sector was well structured as other sectors were. Because when it came to marketing, banking, and other professions, it's more structured. You know the next level and what you're going to be at the end of the day. But the creative sector was not so formalized then, but currently is well formalized. There's a creative arts law. There's so many things that has been put in place. And we didn't have a lot of, let's say, creative institutions that were more formal, that you could say, I am going to school because I want to become a sound engineer. In the olden days, when you said anything about sound, it just means that you were going to join a band and then you were just going to jump around like that. But these days, there are music schools. If you go to the Methodist University or University of Education, you could go and learn music as a profession and become a musicologist like Professor Nketia, the late Professor Nketia.
Yeah.
There's so many things. So these days, all I can say is that the craft sector is more formalized, which was the then problem parent had. And so once it is well formalized, I, using myself as an example, I think my parents at that time, especially my mother, was very, very, I saw the regret on her face, the beginning stages when she saw that her only son, who was supposed to be like a lawyer or something, is seated behind a hand machine. It wasn't even an electric machine.
Oh dear.
A hand machine,
Oh dear.
rolling it and all of that. You see, but I have gotten to the point where I have won multiple awards. I am on TV almost every time, on reality shows, and I hear my mother will be shouting, "Hey, Mebano, or a function designer, function designer." She says function designer, and she actually tells people that Mebano, ono akrapole media, akrapole media. So she's quite proud now and all of that. So I promise, and I am using myself as an example to parents that the creative sector is more formalized. The government and other agencies, from GIZ to other institutions, that CTVET, someone can decide that he wants to acquire creative education and go through all the way to becoming a professor in the specific art he or she wants to do, which is equivalent to any of the things that the person would have wanted to do should he have done something else. So it's a promise and is an assurance that is more formalized. Even football these days now is the art and science we use in playing football, and no more the pole and gutter. We are now using astroturf and all of that. So the same way everything is improving, the creative sector is the ish. And quite to be frank, the creative sector makes much more money compared to other sectors.
Okay.
Because currently, digital marketing and digitalization of the art alone generates so much money. Even just making content. I don't know if you've seen now, even though now there's a negative and positive aspect. Content creation alone can fetch you. I know people who are making as much as $10,000 a month just for creating content, sitting behind their camera. Someone like me can put videos of how to sew and other things online, and it could generate so much money that a lawyer and someone else, sorry if I'm using a lawyer, I'm just trying to say any other profession could have made or may not even be able to make. So the creative arts sector is fully regularized and very, very well structured now, unlike before. So we should push and encourage our people, especially when they show interest in these sectors.
Push and encourage your young ones who show interest in different sectors, like the creatives, like those who are more into design and so on and so forth, because there's opportunity there. So if you know someone who is a young person who is interested in the space, in the creative space, I would encourage you. I mean, do support the young person so that they can realize their full potential. So we are going for a quick break on the Hangout today. When we return, we'll look at the various awards that Riohs has won as a fashion house. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Seeing. Welcome back to the Hangout. The Springboard Hangout, as you know, is your Funducative program, and the Springboard Hangout is sponsored by the Ghana Grows program. Ghana Grows is an initiative of the Mastercard Foundation in partnership with the Springboard Roadshow Foundation. Today on the Hangouts, we're hanging out with Richard of Riohs College of Design. They have done so well for themselves in the past 14 years. They have designers from all over the place, including Elikem the tailor, and so on and so forth. And today we're looking at, as part of this particular segment of the program, we're looking at some of the awards they've won over the years. Richard,
yes, madam.
Tell me, today our chair looks more colorful than it did last time. What are some of these awards?
We have about 15 to 17 awards.
Whoa.
And, so I think these are 4 out of them.
Okay.
This was presented to us by Modeling Event TV Program of the Year. Okay. So usually when we are having our graduate show, as I said, I would have we usually will cast for professional models, and then they will come. We usually will put on about 50 models. That's a lot of employment for 50 people, and then we pay them professionally to model on our show. So we're given this award by the Ghana modeling industry.
Wow.
So that's a recognition there. And this is also the best fashion school of the year 2020. We won the best fashion school of the year.
And this is number 2.
Yes. And this was by Fashion Ghana, Honors and Awards. And this was in 2021. We still won. Okay, so this was for me. Oh, I'm now recognizing my own award. So I was actually the Fashion Entrepreneur of the Year 2021.
Wow.
Yes. And I was also adjudged as as part of the 10 most influential people in fashion in Ghana.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And
this one is most promising fashion school of the year.
Yes, this is quite long. That was our first award.
That's when you decided that you're going to go all out and clear the awards in the system.
Yes. So we've won quite a number of awards. I wish they could all be arranged here, but
17 is a but would have to sit on the
edges of the chair. Yes.
Yes,
I think I also won the 40 under 40 awards.
Oh wow.
Yes, I was.
Which year was that?
That was, I think, 2020.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Or 2019.
So what do these awards mean to you?
Well, as a teacher or as an instructor, usually they will say your reward is in heaven. So my real reward, I know, is in heaven, but this is a recognition that an impact is being made.
Okay.
And so that is how my team and myself, shout out to my team. Even though I started as a person and then it grew to what it has become, I seriously and believe that I will still not have gotten to this point without the help of my team. And so, shout out to anybody and to us as a team forever, even to those who have moved on.
Yeah.
There are about 3 or 4 people who have moved on from the team ever since the brand started till now. We don't let go of our team members.
That is beautiful.
We try to do whatever we can to make sure that our team members still stay
That's
with us.
beautiful.
But there are about 4 people who have moved on, and shout
Yeah.
out to all of them. One just came over, so the gentleman is known as Maestro. So shout out to my team members who have helped me to build what I have done,
Yeah.
and God bless all of them. And then
Yeah.
it's Riohs, it's Team Riohs forever. And I still say that I love all of them. God bless you all the team members. Yes, so I've forgotten the question. I'm becoming more emotional. When I got to the team part, I became more emotional because trust me, my team has been, I feel I have the best of team.
Yeah.
From the beginning, those I started with all the way to the end. I started, and everybody who is part of the team, except for a few, are actually my students. So
Okay.
most of the instructors are instructors I trained
Yeah.
from either other schools or from Riohs.
Yeah.
And then few other people who joined
You have
moving on.
added
So
on.
I'm very passionate and emotional when it comes to my team. I wish I could mention everybody's name. So from GM General Manager Joseph, Sarah, Patience, Teresa Black, Vanessa, Cassandra, Doreen, Michael. Oh my God, I hope I won't forget anybody. So that Maestro, Michael Adai, JOT. You remember JOT? John Osei Tutu Ajiman. He used to be on GTV.
Yes.
Yes.
Was he a member of the team?
Yes. So he teaches creative thinking here.
Wow.
Yes. So,
wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So I have quite a very solid team.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
a number of them. So
Yeah.
God bless all of them. God bless everybody. If you didn't hear your name, I'm
Please,
sorry.
please.
I may have forgotten or something. Marvin, Kofi Jedu, everybody. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you for impacting into the young people. Thank you for putting the wheels behind the idea of Riohs. Thank you for ensuring that those who come here find themselves, they find fulfillment. And thank you for making them ready for not just the place of work, but ready to translate people's ideas about themselves into reality. Shout the Team Riohs. You do all. You do all. Well done. Well done. Thank you for making dreams happen every single day here. So, Richard, as we come to the end of this particular episode, what do you see in the future for not just Riohs, but for our fashion industry here in GA?
So, the future of fashion in Ghana, I don't say is bright because it is currently bright.
Okay.
Compared to, 10 years ago, there's currently a revolution where everybody is learning how to sew. There are multiple fashion schools and institutions, and each day, each time, everybody goes to work extremely proud of what he or she is wearing and others. There's a revolution going on currently with the introduction of the GIZ introducing the TVET and the skills development sectors and all of that. I want to believe that Ghana is very soon going to be an industrial hub in terms of fashion. And because it is already happening, if you go to TikTok and other places, you see that everybody is learning a skill. And 90% of the skill that is being learned is currently fashion related.
Fantastic.
What I know is going to happen is that we'll get to a point where we may not be able to patronize ourselves anymore because there's so many people who are looking for customers. And the good news is that we'll begin to export the craft. And so GEPA and other institutions will now have more than, they will get value for what they were actually set up for. I know currently a lot of people are exporting through GEPA and other institutions. So I know that very, very soon, Ghana is going to be a major producers of fashion-related items, and is going to be extremely big. It's actually big now and it's happening. I don't know if we have all seen the revolution, but now church service, my Bethany Methodist Church in Joli, when it's offertory, is a fashion show time, silently. And I'm actually the photographer. I'm the church photographer, so I know what I'm talking about. It's always a fashion time because everybody is rocking it, and it's so beautiful. And everywhere, I see what goes on at all the churches, from ICGC to everywhere. It's proud. I mean, I wore this because one day, Doctor wore this, and ever since, I have always felt like, wow, this is a pride kind of print I would want to wear. It's one of the prints that I saw Dr. Mensa Otabo wear. And then it became my favorite also. So art, fashion, the craft sector is revolutionizing currently and is going to explode in the shortest possible time. And it means a lot of money for all of us.
The sector is going to explode. Have you positioned yourself well? If you haven't, and you are interested in the technical and vocational space, especially that related to fashion, this is the time to ready yourself. You cannot get on the train after it has left the station. You must be at the station before it gets there. So when it gets there, you enter the train and you are rocking and you are rolling. So I hope you have taken really good messages or good thoughts about today's edition. We will come your way again next week. And when we come, know that you would learn something new. Before we go, I would encourage you to call the call center and enroll yourself on the Ghana Growth Program if you haven't done so already. Call somebody else to also be part, because there's so much that we are doing at the Ghana Growth Program. I'd encourage you to join Albert on Sunday for the virtual university at 7 p.m. and then join our program, the Ghana Growth Program, Ejuma, on any radio station or TV network near you. So until we come your way again next time, know that you are blessed, you are loved, you are the most important person in the whole of the earth. I love you. Bye. He's a